Well, Salam alaikum. My first greeting goes to you, Mom. Not forgetting my classmate. I hope you are doing well, all. Well, before I start, explain my work and my answers as well. Uh, First, my name is Samuel Jongarjo. I'm from class of 1A International, and I would like to also introduce my case study. And my case study is case study one, and the topic is distinguish situation with your boss, which is between Richard and Mark, according to the story. Well, uh, from from what I have analyzed from the history between Richard and Mark, I have analyzed the personalities, overlay, and also mark decision point, and also marks the specific and how he invite others to talk, and also his resolution. Uh, Before come to that, I will first tell you what I have analyzed from their personalities, both Richard and Mark. When I talk about personality overlay and Richard personality, from the history, he appeared to be an assertive and confident individual, and he is also comfortable speaking in his mind and is not afraid to assent his authority in his position as the boss. And he also appeared to be a bit influenced and does not always think through the consequences of his action. And Mark personality, Mark assumed to be a more reserved and conscious individual because he is not comfortable speaking up and asserting his opinion as Richard. And he also appeared to be more analytical and detail oriented, and he may be more inclined to think through the potential consequences of his decision before taking action. And that's what I have analyzed from their personalities, both Richard and Mark. And from what I have analyzed from Mark, his decision point based on the cause, set limit, and power. Mark seemed Mark seemed to be very concerned about the cause of the project as he raised this issue multiple times during the conversation with Richard. He also uh, he want to make sure that the project stay within the budget and that they are not overspending. Uh, and also, Mark set the limit. It suggests setting limit on the scope of, on the scope of the project in order to keep costs down. He also, uh, he also, he also suggests that they focus on the most critical components of the project and leave out any pictures that are not strictly necessary. And from Mark's decision point, uh, from what I read about the history, you know, it is unclear from the history who has more power between Richard and Mark. But Richard is the boss, so he may have more formal authority. However, Mark appeared to be the one who is more concerned about cost and may have more influence over the projects. Uh, direction in that sense. And that is about Mark's decision point. And from what I have analyzed uh, from the history based on Mark's decision point, and also the last one, uh, Mark, Mark, you Mark, market entrance that employ, yeah, employs and specific and invitation and joint feeling with spark and resolution, and that's the meaning of SIJR. And from what I have analyzed in the passage, I mean in the history, Mark specify uh, something in the history, and that one specify what I mean by too expensive, and it suggests a specific baggage for the projects. And also, Mark also invite the others to talk, and you know, Mark invite Richard to share his perspective. I mean, his perspective on the cost issues by asking, "How do you think we should handle that?" Uh, and that is according to Mark when he invite uh, Richard to to share the ideas, and also Mark joined feeling with Park. Mark used data to support his argument about the cost of the project, saying, based on our projection, the cost of implementing these pictures will be too high. And that's according to Mark. And also, Mark came to the conclusion that and came to the resolution that he suggests a comprehensive solution by proposing to focus on the most critical components of the projects and leave out any pictures that are not strictly necessary in in order to stay within budget. And that's uh, all of what I have analyzed from the history between Richard and Mark. And that's all my work. I would like to say again, thank you everyone. Thank you, Mom. Terima kasih. I would like to say also, I'm really apologize for delaying. This is not the right time to turn in my work, but obviously I try so harder because sometimes things are very hard for me. So that's why uh, I I turn in lately, and I already explained to you uh, what was my problem. I have the whole computer, and my computer is not that good, but I should not explain it here. So thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum to everyone.